Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Met Police boss Sir Mark Rowley grabbed a microphone as he left emergency talks this morning as the government scrambles to contain widespread riots. As he exited the Cabinet Office, the Scotland Yard chief was asked whether he was going to end two-tier policing. In astonishing footage, Sir Mark was then shown grabbing and clutching the microphone before letting it go and heading towards a waiting car. The Met Police Commissioner was described as reacting angrily to the question in a quite surprising response from Britain's most senior police officer. It came after Sir Keir Starmer chaired an emergency COBRA meeting following a fresh night of rioting across the UK. The Prime Minister and other senior ministers met with police chiefs and prison bosses in response to the violence being waged by far-right thugs. They updated on efforts to deploy officers to trouble hotspots, to boost court capacity and to tackle online criminality and misinformation. Two-tier policing is a phrase used to describe an impression that some protests are dealt with more harshly than others. A narrative of politicized or two-tier policing has been pushed by far-right figures, including England Defence League founder Tommy Robinson. The PM's official spokesman said Sir Keir wouldn't recognise that characterisation of policing, although noted he had not seen the incident involving Sir Mark. There is no justification at all for the scenes we have seen, the spokesman added. During the COBRA meeting, the PM paid tribute to hard work of police officers and sent best wishes to those who have been injured protecting our streets, Downing Street said. Hundreds of far-right thugs have been arrested in riots, which saw attacks on police and buildings set alight on the sixth day of escalating disorder. Sir Keir has vowed rioters would regret engaging in far-right thuggery and promised those involved in unrest would face the full force of the law as he addressed the nation on Sunday. Monday's COBRA meeting involved relevant ministers and police representatives who discussed the response in the coming days to ensure Britain is brought back from the edge of nationwide chaos. Shadow Home Secretary James cleverly said this week's violence is clearly far-right extremism that is driven by racism and said he would have called a COBRA meeting sooner. Riots have broken out across the country fueled by misinformation on social media since 3 little girls were stabbed to death at a Taylor Swift-themed dance class in Southport on Monday. Hundreds of police officers have been injured in clashes with thugs, as far-right activists led the way in attacking police officers. Mosques and hotels thought to house asylum seekers this week. Islamophobic chants were heard and in some areas of the country rioters were filmed stopping cars and interrogating drivers about whether they were white and English. Speaking ahead of the COBRA meeting, the Home Secretary said the government is not recalling Parliament right now. That's not what we're doing right now. What we're doing right now is keeping in close contact with MPs. Communities are now coming together to begin the massive cleanup operation in areas including Rotherham, Middlesbrough, and Tamworth. In response to the violence, the Home Office announced on Sunday that mosques would be offered greater protection under a new rapid response process designed to quickly tackle the threat of further attacks on places of worship. Police have today announced a number of arrests and charges against those suspected in participating in riots over the past week. Belfast. A 53-year-old has been charged with assaulting police, resisting police, and disorderly behavior. A 46-year-old man has also been charged with resisting police and disorderly behavior. A 38-year-old man has been charged with possession of an offensive weapon with intent to commit an indictable offense, possession of fireworks without a license, riotous behavior, and disorderly behavior. A 34-year-old man has been charged with taking part in an unnotified public procession. Bristol. Adrian Croft, 45, of Holywell, Flintshire, was charged with a Section 4 public order offence and possession of a Class A drug. Damien Williams, 39, of Stockwood Crescent, Knoll, was charged with a Section 4 public order offence. Both men have been bailed.